Have you ever really stopped to think about what actually happens after you take a bite of your favorite food? Well, it's the start of this incredible 9-meter journey, a biological factory line working inside you right now. Today, we're going to follow that journey step by step.
To really get a sense of the scale here, just think about this. Over an average lifetime, you'll process more than 28,800 kilograms of food. That's the weight of about 6 elephants. It's a truly mind-boggling amount for your body to manage.
And somehow, your body has to take every single bit of that food and turn it into the energy that keeps you alive and the nutrients that literally build you. So how on earth does it pull off such a massive task?
Well, it all happens along this biological superhighway. This system is just a masterpiece of engineering, with 10 different organs and over 20 specialized cell types all working together in this perfectly coordinated dance.
And okay, this is where it gets really wild. The main channel, the GI tract, is 9 meters long. But if you were to somehow unfold its internal surface area, it would cover 30 to 40 square meters. That's big enough to cover half a badminton court. And all of that is intricately folded up right inside you. So, our food's journey has 5 main stops, and each one has a really critical job. It all starts in the mouth, then it travels down the esophagus to the stomach, winds through the small intestine, and finishes up in the large intestine. Let's start at the beginning.
The process actually kicks off before you even take that first bite. Your body is already anticipating what's about to happen, and it's getting ready for action.
Yeah, just the thought of a delicious meal can trigger your salivary glands. They produce about 1.5 liters of saliva every single day. And this isn't just water. It's packed with enzymes that start breaking down starches the second that food enters your mouth.
So once you've chewed and mixed your food with all that saliva, it's not really just a piece of apple or bread anymore. It's been transformed into something new, and it has a scientific name, the bolus. This soft, moist lump is now perfectly shaped for the next step of the journey.
From the mouth, the bolus takes a 25-centimeter plunge down the esophagus. But here's the cool part. It's not just falling because of gravity. Nope, it's actively pushed downward by this incredible muscular force. And that force has a name: peristalsis. These are these powerful, involuntary wave-like muscle contractions that make sure your food travels in one direction, pushing it systematically towards the stomach. It's so strong you could even swallow while hanging upside down. Seriously.
So, after the esophagus, the bolus arrives in the stomach. You can think of this place as a highly acidic, muscular washing machine where the real chemical breakdown gets going.
For the next 3 hours, that food is in for a pretty rough ride. The stomach's muscular walls churn and pound it into smaller and smaller pieces, while these potent acids and enzymes flood the chamber, dissolving everything and specifically targeting proteins for deconstruction.
After 3 hours of this intense chemical and mechanical beatdown, our food is transformed once again. It's now this frothy, acidic liquid called chyme, and it's almost ready for the most important part of the entire journey. Okay, so the stomach does an amazing job of dissolving. But the main event, actually absorbing all those nutrients, that happens next, in the small intestine. This is where your body finally gets the fuel it's been working so hard to unlock.
As the chyme enters the small intestine, it gets help from 3 crucial partner organs. The pancreas and liver whip up some digestive juices, while the gallbladder sends in bile. This bile is absolutely essential for dissolving the fats floating around in the chyme, getting them ready for the final breakdown.
So right here, the final deconstruction happens. These enzyme-rich juices break down the 3 main macronutrients into their molecular building blocks. Fats become fatty acids, proteins become amino acids, and carbs become glucose. These tiny little molecules are finally small enough for your body to absorb.
So how does that absorption happen so efficiently? Well, the answer is villi. The small intestine is lined with millions of these tiny finger-like projections. Remember that giant badminton court surface area we talked about? Well, the villi are what create it, maximizing the transfer of all those valuable nutrients right into your bloodstream.
But the journey isn't quite over. Whatever couldn't be absorbed moves on to the final stage in the large intestine.
The leftovers, we're talking things like fiber, water, and dead cells, move into the large intestine, which you might know as the colon. Its main job at this point is basically conservation, to drain out most of the remaining water and recycle it back into the body so nothing goes to waste. So if we look at the timeline for this whole thing, food spends about 3 hours in the stomach, and another 6 to 8 hours winding its way through the small intestine. The entire trip,
from the very first bite to the final exit takes a remarkable 30 to 40 hours to complete.
Isn't that just incredible? A complex, multi-stage, 40-hour factory stretching 9 meters long is operating flawlessly inside of you right now, turning a simple meal into life itself. It's one of the most amazing processes on Earth, and it's happening within you every single day.